we are not looking for kobolds. We are looking for normal human people.
Totally real human adults. Yep.
We are a normal human person.
Of course.
Right.
Let me know, just start recording and I'll do the stuff.
Oh, I recorded with the whole "we are not looking for humans."
Okay, I guess we're starting now then. Okay, so we are playing Totally Real Human Adults. It is a cooperative game by Chris Legg and MAD for 2 to 10 players and 1 GM. I'm Jen. I'm going to be your GM for today, getting us all through this. And the main concept is you are a certain number of creatures in a trench coat trying to pass yourself off as a human. And we'll see how that goes. So, my players
Totally real human adults, totally real human adults, totally real human adults, critters in a trench coat, don't get caught.
Perfect. Oh, I love that. Okay, so we've got a stack of creatures here. So, Beth, what creature are you playing and which part of the stack are you?
Envy Moore, the Raven. The Raven likes to talk. The Raven will talk. Talk.
Okay.
Fries.
Okay, and Ellie, what creature are you playing, and what is the name of the creature, and where in the stack are you? Okay, that's the name.
I am octopus. I am in feet.
Okay, and Crash, you are playing another character, and what is their name? What creature are you?
Hello, I'm Eni.
I'm not going to be that character the whole time. I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face.
Okay.
I am Eni the Chipmunk.
Eni the Chipmunk. Okay.
And I will be controlling the arms, which I believe we decided before recording are not me running down the sleeves, but me using those Tyrannosaurus Rex grabber arm thingies.
Okay.
You pull a trigger on one end, and the T-Rex's mouth opens and closes on the other. There's variations of these where they're alligators or baby kobolds. They could be baby kobolds.
I guess so, yeah.
And robot gripper things, but T-Rexes is much funnier.
Okay,
they have
so
tiny hands.
They have tiny hands. Yeah. It works. Okay, so your stack of creatures in a trench coat. There is a drawing on this for those listening and can't see any of this. That looks like just a hat kind of thing. If you want that, you can have that. If not, no worries. Okay, so there's a couple of tasks you can do. And we will start with the task of going to the mall in search of a pretzel or whatever food you happen to want. Okay?
I know all the best trash cans.
Mm-hmm. No, fresh food.
Okay, so...
What, they empty the trash cans daily?
Fresher food! What's the point in wearing a trench coat if we can't get the good food?
I insist on seafood buffet.
Okay, so you're going to head to the... I'm assuming this is a mall that never changed from the 80s, so you are going to the food court, and you may or may not run into other people on the way. It is probably maybe just turning noon.
And to be fair, you said a mall that hasn't changed since the 80s?
Yes.
That describes most malls today, except there's more storefronts that have been drywalled over.
Yeah, but that's no fun to play in, so we're gonna do this way. That just never changed.
The one place where you're gonna see a lot of stores is the food court, because...
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you are in a mall, it's noon, and there are some totally real humans, like real humans, are just finishing up their power walk through the mall. Most of them are older people. And so they're getting ready to go get something to drink at the food court. You may have to run into them. There's moms and strollers, and there's a little pack of preteens wandering around trying to cause havoc. And they'll probably be at the food court first.
Uh-oh. Under the hat, one nods to the little creatures in the strollers because they, one day, will get their own trench coats.
Okay, you're going to nod at the creatures in the stroller. All right, so I guess we could try to roll a dice and see how the child in the stroller reacts. So, let's see. So we have, where is that part about rolling checks? Okay, when a character attempts an action, they choose a corresponding stat to make the check with. What stat would you like to do? To nod
Influence
at the
or
baby?
charm? Do I have any? I have
let's see,
points of
there's-
influence, right? I did.
You do. You have two.
Influence.
Okay, so you have 2 in influence. So I'm
I
gonna
want
guess
to charm people.
you want to charm people. Okay,
Smile at me,
you know.
babies. Smile.
It might work. Okay, so we're both going to roll 2 dice and see what the
Okay.
outcome of that is. And these are D6 dice, just for everybody listening in. And you have a
Yes.
7, and I also have a 7. So let's see. I think
What happens in a tie?
it doesn't really
Goes to
say.
the
I'm just
attacker. You nod better than they do.
yeah, something like that. I'm gonna give it to you. I figure if it's a tie, you win. Sure. So you nod at the baby, and the baby looks up, stares at you for a minute, does a weird little smile, and points,
Ah.
and then kind of tries to watch you go by as mom pushes her out of the. They're done shopping, so they're going out of the mall right now. About where you came in, you know. So that's what you're doing. Okay, so in addition to that, the preteens that are running around the mall, unparented and unwatched, are walking around and like they're extremely loud and giggly and telling terrible jokes and running from store to store. And one of them runs really close to you as they pass by.
I do not trip child.
Okay, good.
I don't make eye contact, but I'm also in the torso, so that's
Right. Okay, so
You're peeking out through the buttons, probably.
no, I'm not.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm just warming up for when I need to use the gripper arms.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. So you how do you avoid
Image of the chipmunk in the middle going.
running around?
I have this cute little headband on.
Oh,
Dun,
okay.
dun 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 dun.
Cramp. Time out.
Oh no. Okay, so the preteen that runs in front of you, how do you avoid collision?
Coordination or athletics?
I duck to side. I am very dexterous.
Okay, I love the octopus's accent, by the way. That's lovely. Okay, so that would be athletics, I guess, right?
Or
Yes, no?
coordination.
Or coordination. Which one do you want to do?
Just a second.
Sure.
I want to do coordination. Because it's a 3.
okay. It's a 3. Okay, so we're gonna both roll 3 dice. And that one almost fell off the table, so I'll re-roll it. Okay.
Oh, rolls a number of dice based on the difficulty of what the player group is attempting. An easy thing would be 1, and a hard one would be 3.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So the GM gets to decide how hard a task
Yeah,
this
well,
is.
I would think a preteen zooming in front of you abruptly without notice might be hard. So,
Especially for us.
yeah.
In my head canon, they're on
Mm-hmm.
those shoes that have the wheels in the back, Heelys.
Oh yeah, so they
Oh,
can just
God,
zoom
so
around. Okay, so you
Yeah.
got a 17, and I got 11. So you succeed in this.
Wait. And
You do
succeed
not-
by a lot.
Yeah, you succeed by a lot with that one, and it sounds like you decided not to trip the small human. So the kid just wheels on by. I
I think we got a point of credibility. Do we get a point of credibility?
Yeah,
for
I
this?
think you do. I think
Because
you
if
do.
you had
'cause that
11,
was
that's
difficult.
by 6, so that's 5 or more, so...
Yeah, so you get a point of credibility. You seem like a real human. So add a point. How are we adding this? I'm going to just put a little box here somewhere and do it. So,
What is our
question.
credibility right now?
I think
I-
you start with. Oh boy, I should have
8.
looked at this harder.
Start with 8.
You start with 8. Okay, so you start with 8.
Yeah.
And I'll just keep a running total here.
So we're at credibility 9 then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on a
Incredibly
scale
credible.
of GOP to 10, we're at a 9.
Ah!
Okay. Okay. So you've evaded. Let's see. You've amused a baby, and you've decided not to knock down a preteen. Now you have to find your way to the food court. How are you going to
I'm
orient
looking-
through that?
I am looking for fountain. Must re-wet myself.
Okay, you can look for a fountain. You're the feet, so you can start walking there
Uh-oh.
if you have an idea of where to go. I think the fountain would be in the middle of the mall.
Yeah, I would assume.
We could always ask for a cup of water from one of the stores.
Oh, there's bound to be a store that's got that's trying to sell you like a water service where they bring you large water jars to put in your home, in your kitchen, and that kind of thing. There's probably one of those giving out samples.
That, or sometimes when you go up and you order food and then you say, but could I also have a cup of water?
That would work too. So you have to decide how you want to do this as a totally real
We need
human.
to go to the fountain. We need to go to
Okay.
the fountain. Because we don't have any money. We need the shiny things. You gotta trade the shiny things for the food.
The sample of the home water service is much, much funnier, I guarantee it.
Okay.
Very concerned.
So which way are you going? Are you going to the water service or are you going to the fountain?
I'm heading toward the water service if I can see it.
Okay, so it's probably between like a store that sells every little supplement you could possibly want for whatever and protein and stuff. And next to it might be one of those stores that has like the chair in the front that like vibrates and people like sit there and sleep. It's in the middle of those.
It's probably special deionized water.
Something,
Or
yeah.
reionized water, or whatever.
Or whatever they're going to call it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
They put a
So when
lot
you
of
get
extra
there-
stuff into the water, making it heavier. So the whole brand name is Heavy Water.
Uh-huh.
I'm concerned.
Okay.
It,
So,
it gives you a healthy club.
yes.
I am because my communication is one. I'm communicating with the chipmunk and the raven by basically tentacle taps.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm
That's
just
a
making
good
this
choice.
clear so that when I say things in character, that's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's cool. And the octopus's special ability is multitasking, so that counts as multitasking, I think, very well, you know?
Also, if I'm standing
Makes
on
sense.
top of the octopus, I can tell it's starting to dry out
Okay.
because it's starting to get sticky,
Oh, no.
which is good for me to keep my footing, but probably not good for the octopus.
Okay. So you walk past a couple of stores that are selling, like, little toys for kids in the hopes that their parent passing by will have to, buy them something. And then you see that set of 3 stores that I mentioned, and the one that has the water service is in the middle. And right in the front there is a big bottle of water in one of those stands and a sort of bored-looking employee standing there hoping people will come by and they can do their spiel.
Well, not the feet, but preparing under the hat. Make sure the hat is at the right angle. Preparing to talk to the human.
But okay.
Okay.
Talk to the human.
Yes, must
Okay.
have water.
Okay, so the human standing there is wearing a polo shirt and khaki pants and a lanyard with their name on it. This person's name is Mildred, and she's bored. And she's like, "Hi, you want some water? It's really good. Here.
Hi. Yes.
Hi.
Water.
Yes. Okay, here.
Water.
So I hand out a paper cup of water.
This
And
is
wait.
my time to shine. I attempt to grab the paper cup of water with my little grabby claws thing.
Okay, well, Mildred's bored, so this is interesting, and she kind of like guides the cup towards the little grabby arms. There you
I'm glad
go.
I
Hopefully
stretched
have little
first.
gloves.
What was it? Glad you stretched first.
Well, I told you I was
Yes.
warming up earlier.
Right. Okay. Okay, so that's where she's handing the little cup of water, and then she's talking about, okay, so this water is filtered, and it's got a little bit of the kind of stuff you'd have in your water at home, like fluoride and that kind of stuff. And if you really like it, we can set you up for a trial period of receiving this at your home, and people will come in a van marked, special water or whatever we're calling it today, and bring it in for you, put it into a device that holds it, and then when it runs out, you just call for more. And if you like that idea, I can take your name down on this clipboard. We can get you started.
The way that was phrased, and this is not something that my character is saying out loud because communication of zero.
Right.
But it sounded like whatever we're calling it now implies that they've had to do some quick rebranding in the past.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm okay with this, but also I'm assuming I need to make a coordination roll.
Possibly.
Yes.
I have a coordination of 2, so that's 2d6.
I am very sorry that you might get wet.
Coordination.
I was already
Coordination?
standing on your head before you dried out.
Okay, so you rolled a coordination roll. You have a 2 in that, right?
Yes.
So then I roll
I
a
have an
2. I have 6, so you win. You succeed. You get a
Okay.
credibility point, right?
I pick
No.
the water up and
no,
I pour it.
No? No?
You get a credibility point if you succeed by 5 or more.
Oh, okay. That's the number is
Okay.
missing. Okay, so we're still at 9 credibility here.
So what I'm doing is I know I need to get it onto the octopus.
Okay.
I'm not just going to pick up the water and put it inside the trench coat because, like, thank you for this paper cup of water. I shall put it in my pocket for later.
Oh yeah.
Instead, I'm going to pour it down the inside, the top of the trench coat. Hopefully, the bird on my head is going to pretend to be drinking it, possibly going, yeah. I'm probably going to get drenched, so there's going to be a wet chipmunk,
Okay. That's
but
fine.
there's also going to be a wet octopus.
Right. Right.
And that's what
If
we're working for.
if we're lucky, we have slightly turned away from this person to do this.
She's not really. She doesn't really care, you know. She
Oh.
just.
Did she
She's
work in a
got-
candy shop before now?
That's a good one.
curiosity, were there any little baby devil children? And I
Yeah,
don't
no.
mean to disparage children, but children that actually looked like devils.
No.
Who came into the store and got
Wrong
adopted by
campaign.
a grandma dwarf.
Oh my gosh! Well, that just links the other one to this now, I
Yeah,
guess. But
Jen
yeah,
is creating her own expanded universe.
I am from other people's
There.
game
Yeah.
setups, but it's okay. Okay, so she sees that this human hasn't responded to wanting to sign the clipboard and get water
Well,
service.
the human is drinking. The human is clearly drinking because the human is making noises.
Sure.
Let me know when you're done.
Once all of the water is out of the cup and poured down the front of the raven and poured across the chipmunk, then the raven goes, and says, "Thank you, card."
Thank you for water.
you call?
But wait, no salt. You do not know consumer. Come back when you understand market.
There may have been electrolytes in it.
Could be.
Probably were.
Yeah. Fluoride and stuff and whatever. Probably
Yeah, but
not
they-
salt though.
They usually don't market salt water outside
No.
of the pet store.
Right.
Yes,
yeah.
minerals,
And
but
even then, the minerals are sold separately.
True.
minerals.
The raven
but
is going to ask for a
salt
card.
water is what
Card?
the consumer demands.
Okay. Yeah. I've got a card here. Here you go.
Order
and I
water
hand it out.
later.
Oh,
Quick,
great.
grab the
Okay.
card. Grab the card.
Yeah. Here you go. And I kind of aim it towards the same hand that grabbed the cup.
That's your cue, Eni.
Oh, okay. So
How about a 10? Well, it's a paper card. That's a lot easier.
It's
especially if
easy,
someone's
yeah.
holding it up. If she had set it down on the countertop.
She's just standing
That-
next to it. There's no counter right there. She's just right in
Okay.
front of the
Yeah.
store, so she doesn't have a countertop.
Okay. If she had set it
yeah.
down on any flat surface, I think it would be a much more difficult task, and there might be a chipmunk running down the sleeve to grab it because that's easier. But
Yeah, she's just holding it out. It's just she's got like 15 minutes before she can go on break, so she's just like, here you go.
okay. Well, I definitely want the card because I can chew on that later.
Sure.
These
I don't know
teeth
what I have to
stop
roll
growing.
for this.
I need to whittle them down somehow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Probably roll 1 die, 2 die.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess one.
It's how to-
It's pretty simple. I got a 4, so go ahead with your 10.
Oh, that's a success by over
That gives us-
5.
Yes, it is. So now you have
Credibility?
10 credibility.
That's the max, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah,
right.
max of 10. So you're at the top. You're at 10 credibility.
Mission accomplished.
Yes.
Let's go home.
We are excellent human.
Oh. No, need fries. Need sushi. Time to get the sushi.
We're riding the sushi.
No, we're riding
Oh,
the
no.
calamari.
Okay, she's starting to look at you
Excuse
funny
me,
a little
calamari
bit.
is shrimp.
Say thank you. Say thank you and make
Is
little.
calamari shrimp? No.
No,
Calamari is
calamari
squid.
is squid.
Close enough. Close enough.
I use one of the telescoping arm things to wave.
Okay. Hope we see you again, and
Good
if
water.
you want another
Good,
sample, come back, and yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
It's
you're
clear that
welcome.
they're being awkward about saying goodbye, so I wave again to let them know that we're leaving.
Okay, goodbye. She kind of waves back,
Oak the octopus.
checks her watch. Like,
All
10
right.
more minutes.
Sushi cart.
Okay,
No,
so
fountain. Need shinies.
there is a fountain in the middle, and it's close to the food court, but
Oh,
enough where if you sit at the food court, you can like look at the fountain. It's a bit far away. It's not immediately right next to, So the mall, I guess, originally in the 80s was trying to have like a water feature for people to like, throw pennies in and chill out, and then the food would be right next to them, and that kind of thing.
Now, if this was really a mall that
Okay.
has changed in the 80s, the fountain would be drained for maintenance.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
But
this
there'd
one's
be
still
no one
running.
there to do any maintenance.
Right. This is a mall that somehow stuck in the 80s and has got proper maintenance somehow. They're like the
Well,
last
heck-
80s mall on the planet.
Well, heck, we didn't even need to get the free water. We could just gone right into the fountain to hydrate you.
Shinies. Shinies.
Very well.
Need
I will go
shinies.
to fountain.
Okay.
Shinies.
So you are taking the
Shinies.
totally real human to the fountain as a
Now,
group.
apparently, we're going to walk through the fountain.
No,
If
no, no,
that's
no,
what
no,
you
no,
want-
no, no.
Well, you have to decide as a
Around
group
the
what do you
fountain.
want to do.
Our feet
Okay.
want to be in the fountain, and the head wants to be
Be
in the
on
fountain
part
to
of
get
the
the
fountain.
shinies.
No. What you do is we sit at the side of the fountain and we get the shinies with the feet.
Very well. I will try to get shinies.
Yes.
So there's a couple people at the fountain. One of them is a mom just kind of sitting on the edge and holding a toddler to amuse the toddler for a little while. The kid's like staring at the water going up and down. 3 of the pack of preteens are off to the other side, and they're actually throwing gumballs in the water because they think it's cool. And they only have a few, so there's not much there. And then there's just like random people just kind of standing there and kind of looking towards the food court, trying to figure out what they're going to eat for lunch. So there's like 3 people standing there, and it's 2 parents and like a 10-year-old who would rather
I
be with the cool
apologize.
kids, but isn't. Go ahead.
I apologize in advance.
Oh, what is this thing we're being? Oh no! Oh no! It's not
I
quite
found
that
a fountain
fountain.
GIF.
that is a
perhaps
very
a bit more
concerning
powerful.
fountain. That's,
Yeah, this is just like a standard fountain with like the water going up and down, and maybe some smaller little bits, and a little bit of lights, so you can see like the smaller little bits of water going up and down.
And the standing
Standard.
pool.
Yeah, standing pool. Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right. I sit down at the edge and I put my tentacles in the pool and I immediately recoil.
Oh, okay.
Chlorinated water.
And
it's filthy, isn't it?
who puts chlorine in water? Savages on surface.
Oh no.
Ah,
Okay, so if your
do
plan
we
is
need to switch. Who gets the shinies?
That is a stealth roll.
okay, stealth roll. So you have a stealth of 2. So I think I also roll a 2. Does that sound 2 dice, right?
You roll whatever
It-
the difficulty
However,
is. What's-
however difficult it is on a scale of 1 to 3
Okay.
for
so-
me to not cause us to fall over.
Oh, okay.
I believe we are invoking the no, this is funnier rule.
Possibly, yeah.
Like I said, I apologized in advance.
Okay. You did say that. Let's see. I'm gonna look at this a little bit more closely. Okay, so your totally real human has sat on the edge of the fountain or is standing in the fountain?
Yeah.
Has sat on the edge of the fountain,
Okay.
poked my tentacles in, and immediately recoiled.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess.
And the question is, do I fall over while I run
While you-
backwards from the chlorinated water?
Okay, considering that you are the feet and you're currently sitting, to try to move upward might topple the stack, maybe. So I'm gonna
I
roll.
wonder if we need to roll instead of Ellie.
Maybe yeah. Maybe that's what it should
Maybe
be.
we all roll.
We could.
Coordination or
We could all roll. Everybody roll and see what
oh,
happens.
Oh no, my coordination is 2.
Oh, no.
And my
So's
athletics
mine.
is 2.
All right. So everybody roll.
Couldn't I roll a stealth? That's a 3.
Sure. I think coordination is going to help more, but you are covered by a trench coat and you are a small chipmunk, so you
Well,
could
more dice
be-
means more help.
Coordination.
So I am
Yeah.
trying to be stealthily. I'm trying to stealthily not topple.
Okay. So I'm thinking like roll a 3, I guess. Roll 3 dice and see what happens.
I got a 10.
Okay. I have
got a 10.
I
Okay.
see you, dice in there that rolled a 1. I see you. We're not friends.
Okay. I
That was great, dice
have
jail.
I have an 11. Yeah.
Welp. So the question is, do we fall away from the fountain or into the fountain?
Oh,
That's a good question. Let's see.
I would have been pushing up and away.
So you're falling away from the fountain. You can probably try to roll maybe athletics to try to stay in one piece.
Something,
Who should roll that?
probably. Is that each of us? Probably each of us.
I think so, because you are 3 different creatures, but you're passing
I
as
have
one.
rolled mighty 6.
Okay.
IT7!
A mighty. Oh, I rolled a fantastic 4.
Okay, well, I rolled a fantastic 3, so you succeed.
Oh, hey!
Improbably.
Yeah, together it all comes up to more than 5, so sure.
If we have X-ray vision looking through this trench coat, we see this tiny little chipmunk grabbing with one paw onto a tentacle of this repulsed octopus, and another paw, probably not both forepaws, grabbing onto a tail feather of the bird.
Wait, chipmunks have 4 paws?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
unless
And
there's
they
an
have hind
amputation.
paws, too. They have 4 paws and they have hind paws.
Yes,
But very few of them have 5 paws.
but stretched out as far as this little chipmunk can go as we fall backwards, trying to hold us into a cohesive unit, which still might be bending in ways that nature never intended a totally real human to bend. But hey, we take yoga.
well,
Sorry,
someone might
water
assume
was-
that.
Chilly. Water was chilly. That is excuse.
I heard you say chlorine.
Yes, that is truth. But water is chilly is excuse.
Ah, yes.
This is worse than when you crashed the ship.
I did not crash ship. Listen. We will talk about that later.
Okay. All right,
Now
so you
that's
have
dating us.
Okay, so you have managed to look as though putting your feet in the water was way too cold, and you've gotten out of the water. So
And
you're
sprawled on the floor.
not well. You guys rolled higher than me, so you're still at credibility 10. Collectively. So I'm just
Barely.
going to roll it that way. So now you're standing outside of the fountain, and you can decide to. Well, you probably don't want to mess around with the water in the fountain, but someone said something about shinies.
Maybe trade places.
Okay, if you want to trade places, you can do this. It is best to do it away from other humans, but may require a check depending on the situation and the surroundings. Now, you're near a food court. There's probably a bathroom, or you
We
can,
will seek.
yeah,
the bathroom.
you can do that.
It's because it's either that or it's going to be a dressing room, and unless there's a clothing store around, and then we'd have to get clothes.
Right.
Let's see
yeah.
how busy the
So that-
bathroom is.
Okay, so you have to walk through the food court to get to the bathrooms, which is typically how that used to go in the 80s, and pick a door.
We go down this really long, narrow hallway that doesn't have a proper label on it. Past
Yeah.
some cleaning closets that have been left open.
And a water fountain that doesn't run well anymore because kids put their gum in it.
And 3 snack machines that are all incredibly overpriced.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
This
sounds right.
sounds very familiar.
Yeah,
And
so there's
also
sounds like
haven't
a
been
local
updated since 1983.
right. So it's kind of dusty.
On the inside, the food is dusty.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. All right, so
At least
there's
it's in
two.
packages.
There's two doors that are a bathroom, and you can pick whichever one you want.
Hey,
It's
can we go back?
the
They still sell
closest
Crystal
one.
Pepsi here.
if you
We'll
want to
take
try
the
to
closest door.
if you want to eventually try to take shinies and put it into the machine, that's up to you later. But you will take the closest door. Okay, so you open the closest door, and there's like 4 stalls in there and sinks and the little thing that like blows hot water to wash your hands. It's got that. Yeah, so in you go. You can pick a stall, and no one in there will see you. There is a mom using the changing table for her baby, and she's just about finished. She'll be
Nearest
leaving.
stall.
And there's no
Nearest
one else
stall.
in there.
Phew. Nearest stall. Nearest stall.
Near stall. Okay, in you go, and you can decide how you want to switch up the order in there where no one can see you.
Okay. Need the shinies out of the fountain, right? Shinies. You trade shinies for food. How's works? I know humans. I watch them.
It's great.
Can't put the octopus in the water. Water bad. Right? Right?
Yes.
Okay. So chipmunk in water or raven in water?
Point of order. Chipmunk with 2 animals on Chipmunk's head equals flat chipmunk.
Raven! Raven will walk. Octopus eyes? Octopus head. Octopus fits the hat.
Very well.
Ah! Oof! As one of you climbs up past me and the other one climbs down below me.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and the chipmunk could go into one of the sleeves to try to use the grabbers to pick up the shinies.
This has
If you
not
want
occurred
to.
to any of us, apparently.
Okay, that's fine.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to say canonically, while it did occur to the player, I'm playing a chipmunk
Right. Yes.
with a know-how
Yes.
of 1.
Oh, okay. All right.
The
So
only thing I can do worse is speak. And all I can do is squeak.
I have
Okay.
a know-how of one as well. I'm just figuring that a raven would know about shiny things because they always do.
right. Yeah, and they watch humans. Yeah, that kind of thing. That makes sense.
What's that thing? Fluency of speech is not the same as fluency of thought.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Shiny
So
things.
if you have decided that this is the new order, so we have I'm going to write this down somewhere because I will screw this up. So right now we have the octopus at the top
Wearing the hat.
wearing the hat and the chipmunk in the middle
Yep,
Duh.
my position has
And-
not changed.
and the raven is at the feet. Okay. So I have that written down so I won't lose track of this. Okay. So if you are situated, you can leave the stall. One of the teens rolls through to get into one of the stalls that's empty, and the other 2 are making faces in the mirrors right now.
Blah,
Walk
blah, blah, blah,
past
blah.
them.
We can make a better
past
face
you.
than any of them.
We are a better face than any of them. We
Yes.
are Cthulhu right now.
If there's a World of Warcraft convention, we can cosplay.
Sure, sure.
Trundle, trundle, trundle. Walk, 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 walk. Little birdie feet.
Tick, 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 tick.
So we sort of slithered into the bathroom, and now we are shuffling out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't shuffle every
In
day.
my imagination, we're shuffling unsteadily. So it's like rocking back and forth.
Came back
Well,
and forth. Oh my
Raven-
gosh.
The raven does, in fact, have 2 animals on its head, so I don't imagine steadiness is one of our fortes.
Well, you're probably on the shoulders, so, But yeah. Ravens are big. Ravens are really, really big.
Yes, but
what's
the octopus
thing?
is the biggest of all of us.
Right.
Well, there is that little problem, so...
We are now very
You want to go
top-heavy.
back to Fountain? Very well. I will go back to Fountain.
Of course you're going
I-
back to Fountain. I'm the one walking here.
Yes, but I am the one giving directions.
True. True. You'd better steer us back to the fountain.
I am secretly going to steer us to the cotton candy. No, I am joking.
Okay, so at the fountain this time, the teens have gone into the food court and they're trying to decide what they can collectively order with whatever money they have. The preteens, they don't have jobs yet, so they're just like, what are we gonna do? And
Spend their entire time at Hot Topic, of course.
right, yes,
And Spencer's Gifts.
and get their ears pierced at Claire's when their mom's not looking, something like that. So probably, yeah. So they're
Wait,
not
I have
paying any attention
excellent
to them.
idea. We get bag like humans have.
Don't we have pockets?
Yes,
Pockets
but
in a trench coat.
if we get bag, then we can sit next to fountain. You can go into fountain and take bag and put shinies in bag.
Plan was thinking take shinies, give shinies to Eni.
Oh, Eni put shinies in built-in bag.
Yes.
Now you need to find a bag.
Just be careful when you walk, because I can stow them away in my cheeks, but if you bump me, I might swallow something.
Oh. Okay. So
Narrator
you have
voice.
to.
Crash had just created the game mechanic that would kill his character.
Yes. Yes, you did. Okay, so if you're looking for a bag, you need to like walk around and see if someone's dropped one, or if you can sneak one from someone, or
Should we
whatever.
look for bag?
Or in the trash.
look in the trash.
We're
Yeah.
near the food court. The trash can's gonna
Up
have
to
lots of
Raven.
paper bags. What does the Raven say?
Everywhere.
I
Quote her
do
on
not. That was
The Raven.
that was song years ago.
The Raven.
no,
will-
that was Fox. Never mind.
We do not have a fox in our stack.
Nope.
That was
no
an
fox
option,
in the
but we
stack.
do not have one.
It was an option.
If
What
steered
did Fox say?
by, well, actually, what foxes say is,
That and he.
Yes, that sounds like song.
Okay, I hope. Are you standing here having this conversation, or are you looking for a bag, or have you just gone off the rails
well, the
because
Raven
it's fun?
can't see much right now, so it is relying on Octopus to steer, and the idea of a bag seems reasonable since we do not want Eni to eat the shinies.
Okay,
I can't
by
be looking
accident.
for a bag. I'm in the torso.
right.
I will look for a place with small bag.
Trash cans have very large bags in them.
I
True.
believe
They also have smaller bags in them,
You can put bags inside of bags.
and they don't explode into the ethereal plane either.
The what now?
Okay, so which direction
Have
are you
you
going to
been
go?
watching the teenagers play with the shiny math rocks again?
I have heard that Bed Bath and Beyond has very small bags for small items, and I would like to go to Beyond.
Okay,
It always
So-
smells funny outside that store, though.
so you're going to need, if you don't know where it is, I don't know if you've probably not been in this mall before. Maybe you have. You
There
might
is
need
directory
to find
over there.
Directory, yes, that's what I'm aiming you towards. Okay, so go figure out how you get to the directory while still looking like a totally real human.
I love how Jen gave us a single task at the start of this session, and we have not done step 1 of that task yet.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
Oh no, we
not
have done
complaining.
we have done step 1. We know where the food court is.
Yes.
Right.
You just haven't gone there yet, but you know where it is.
They started us off knowing where the food court was. Yes,
Yes.
that happened at the start of the session, and we haven't even we can get the shinies, but we decided to give ourselves additional tasks. And
Sure,
I love
why
this.
not?
I'm not gonna
Looking
I'll
at-
let you.
I'm using one indexed lists, so this is a joke nobody's gonna get.
I don't
Sorry.
understand. I don't understand. I'm sorry.
Someone
That's all right,
is going
it
to
is-
hear this recording and go, "I got that. I know that reference."
Okay, so you find a directory.
Yes.
Okay. It's got the "You Are Here" star where
Look
the
for
directory is.
Bed Bath and Beyond.
Okay, so that's one of the big stores.
Which of us
This-
can read?
Good question. You might be able to see the colors depending on your creature, I suppose, and where you are in the stack.
What color is the smell of every floral scent combined?
That was the Yankee Candle store.
Right. Yeah, that would be
Well,
that
that's
one.
the smell of death.
Okay.
No, that the smell of death is the perfume section in like the Macy's.
Oh God, those are awful.
Chemical
Yeah.
warfare.
chemical warfare.
All right, so you can see the layout of
Excuse
the.
me, passers-by.
You don't talk.
Okay, does the octopus talk, or how are we doing
Communication
this?
of one.
I have a communication of 1.
Okay. So I think if you're saying passersby, everyone around you is assuming you're talking to someone else, so maybe choose a different phrase or something.
Excuse me, passerby in red shirt.
Guy looks down at his shirt, looks up. Yeah.
You are very handsome. I do not see Bed Bath & Beyond on list. Can you help?
Yeah, let me see. And he comes over and he looks at the thing for a minute and kind of like puts his head and, like puts his like hand on his chin, like, Oh, wait, there it is, right there. It's down this hallway opposite of like the food court and the fountain. You got to go all the way down there. That's where it is. Big blue sign.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right.
You will
All
be rewarded.
I will be rewarded
Yes, in time.
in time. Okay, well, have a nice day. And he goes somewhere else.
Have a nice day,
Mom.
weirdo.
He's like, I don't know. He's hearing an accent. He figures you're foreign and you can't read the English or something. So,
They will be rewarded. Is this not... do I understand idiom wrong?
all right. So you can find your way down to the store you're looking for.
Trundle, 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 trundle. This would be easier if I could fly. Trundle, 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 trundle.
This would
I'm
be
just-
easier if I didn't have an octopus on my shoulders.
This is one of those... Right. This is one of those animations where, like, the trench coat is going at a static speed, but the feet are dodging back and forth.
No, the heaviest of us is acting as the head. The trench coat is moving in 3 separate units, wobbling back and forth.
Yes, it probably is. But I
Because
think
the chipmunk has decided to stay as the torso, the keystone animal.
yes.
And canonically,
Yeah.
chipmunks are not known for their ability to deadlift.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, this is the choices you all made. So there you are.
This is, in fact, the choices we
no,
all made.
this is funnier.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm going to assume that some of the people passing by kind of give you a funny look, but then they look away quickly because they aren't sure if maybe you have some kind of disability that messes with your mobility, and they don't want to make you feel bad by staring.
Good.
And the preteens are laughing at you because they're preteens.
Oh, yeah, I mean, come on. Who cares?
Yes.
The Raven thinks it's funny, too, honestly. A Raven is a Corvid. The Corvids think that a lot of things are just hilarious.
Oh, yeah, they do. That's true.
Therefore,
Keep an eye out for your humans. I know you've adopted a few.
Hello, Bath and Body Works employees. I seek small bag.
Okay, so there's an older lady with perfectly coiffed hair and those little cheater glasses kind of thing, and she's behind one of the counters with the cash registers. How big a bag do you need? Just little tiny one, like a jewelry bag, or
Yes,
do you want one of these
jewelry
huge ones?
bag.
Jewelry bag? Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I got one of those. Here you go. Holds it out. It's a little tiny bag. It would hold like, I don't know, a bracelet or something like that.
This would be lovely. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. If you need anything else, just let me know.
Any take bag.
Eni, time to grab a bag.
Okay,
I
you got
see you,
5.
one. You didn't go anywhere. You're still there.
What
That's a
stat
5.
did you roll?
Well, my coordination is 2, so I rolled coordination.
Okay, so oh gosh, I have an 8.
I do
so-
not
no.
grab the bag.
No.
It has been
You grab the
dropped.
bag. You grab the bag, but we lose credibility.
Yes, so you're back down to a 9. Now, if the bag is did you drop the bag? Well, if you're inside the trench coat, you drop the bag down the trench coat, so it's probably by the feet now.
Ah, yes.
Can I?
Because Edie's in the
Moved.
trench coat.
Well, yes, but using the little grabbers. But anyway, it is on the floor, so I can probably sort of turn slightly and crouch down and try to pick it up in my beak
So
while hiding.
here's my headcanon, which does not negate anything that has already been said.
Mhm.
So here's why I did not do well with this. It was the octopus who asked for the bag. So I grabbed it with the claw things and then swung it up, just like we did with the water, at the face, under the hat,
Oops.
which was not expected. So I smacked Ellie's character in the face with the bag, and then it falls to the floor.
Oh no. Okay, that's a good.
That is why we lost a
description.
point of credibility, because we asked
Yes.
for a bag to slap ourselves in the face.
Apparently. Okay, sure.
And now the feet are saying quietly, "Oops, oops, oops," and going to try and grab the bag. Is this going to require a roll of any
Okay.
kind?
Let's see. So you are holding up the other two. So, because you're the feet now. So I think you're
Yep.
going to need like a coordination, maybe, kind of thing.
I mean,
Sounds
you got a
reas-
beak.
You do have a beak,
Yep.
but if you move, you're jostling the other two to some degree.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's part of why it's sort of crouching down to give the impression that,
Like, oh, we're
everything
picking it
is
up
being-
now. Right?
yes,
Crouching
yes.
Raven, hidden chipmunk.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's you have a let's see, what do you
Coordination.
have on coordination? You have a 2? You have a
Mhm.
2. Okay, so I'll roll 2 dice. I have a 5. You have a 6. You have a 6. You got it.
Okay, in the beak.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
And she's looking around like, what am I
Time to
hearing?
wander off. Time to wander off before anybody gets too suspicious. Back to the fountain. Tick, 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 tick.
Waddle, waddle, waddle. Look at that gif. Well, no one can
Yes.
We
see
should
this,
have
but
gone
it's a
in and
little
asked if they had
cartoony
any
thing.
grapes.
Had what?
Any, you, at some point, you need to Google the duck song
Oh, okay.
or DuckDuckGo it or whatever.
Okay.
Back
So you're going to
to
the fountain?
the fountain.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Gonna get back on the fountain ledge. Gonna pass under the trench coat. Gonna pass the bag up to Eenie.
Okay.
Hang on to that.
Do that with your beak, like flip it up there.
Yes.
You know? Uh-huh.
Yep.
Well, there isn't much distance between the raven's mouth and my paws, so
Okay.
it's not a hard sell.
Okay, so you have a
Okay,
bag.
so the situation right now, as I understand it, is that Eenie is on the floor at the edge of the fountain, holding
Because
the
we're sitting.
bag. Yes, holding the bag just above the water line. And the raven, whose name I've forgotten,
Envy more.
Envy Moore.
But Raven works.
So Envy is diving in the fountain and grabbing the shinies and bringing them back up under the trench coat and dropping them in the bag.
Or at least passing them to Eenie to stick in the bag, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That's going to
so
take
long
some
as there's-
coordination.
I will use
Yes.
tentacles to support myself so that Eenie is not supporting all of my weight.
Good idea.
Okay, that's a good idea. You can probably do it within the trench coat to kind of...
Oh,
that.
thank goodness. Oh. Oh.
Poor little chipmunk.
There's no-
True Soviet is not burden on anybody.
Aww.
Okay,
Well,
so...
there was a bird, but then we all got on top of the bird. But there was a bird on both of us briefly. Oh, wait, Burden. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm blaming the
But
actor.
the bird's name was not Dawn. Therefore, not Bird Dawn.
Ah, got it now. Okay, so... okay, so... the,
I think
Go ahead.
Eenie and I can sit here as long as Envy wants to.
Okay.
Yeah. so how are you
what-
going to get the shinies?
Going to
without-
carefully
Uh-huh.
that getting seen. Going to wait until Blurble says that the coast is relatively clear.
Okay.
Gonna stick my head out from under the trench coat, double check that. Going to slide into the water.
Okay.
My feathers are soaked, but I'm not planning to fly anyway. I'm gonna pick things up in my beak and walk back and forth, picking things up in my beak and handing them up under the trench coat.
All right.
Trying to stay under the water so that the humans don't notice that I'm wandering around here. And if they do, then I will just pretend to be a stuffed bird that fell in the water.
That's a good one because a raven would think to do something like that. You know?
I was thinking of the raven closing their eyes under the water, and that got me to thinking of the raven wearing goggles under the water.
Oh.
And
We don't have goggles, though.
Don't have goggles. Okay, so by the time you're starting to do this, and you're exactly where you said you were in the sitting, and whether or not you're in the water, all of the parents with small children have left because it's time to bring their kid home for nap time, and so they're not hanging around the fountain anymore. The early mall walkers that are older people trying to get some exercise, they left before them. The preteens are in the food court somewhere trying to see if any of their older siblings are hanging around that they can bum some money off of for food. And
Oh no, we better hurry. All the 9-to-5ers are going to be entering the mall soon.
well, it's probably only around like the food court opens at noon, and it's probably getting towards 1. You know,
Yeah,
it's
but
not
what
that
about the
late.
arcade?
Well, that's another
Hopefully
thing.
the arcade is at a different location from the food court.
Oh, no one would put the arcade by the food court because then you'd have sticky controllers and things, you know? Not a good plan. Yeah.
Bad plan.
Right. Yeah. That's usually down like one of these smaller wings of the mall towards the end so that you can just have the teens and the preteens kind of congregate there, you know?
There better be
Yeah.
someone updating the wiki for this campaign.
Yeah. It's not, well, it's not just about the sticky controls. It's because the mall management wants the arcade as far from the food court as possible.
Right.
Because the kids who come for the arcade might buy food.
And then they have to walk past all the
And
other stores. And
They have to walk
in.
past all the other stores.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
They will stop in Spencer's and Hot Topic and Nordstrom. Well, actually, they probably will stop in all 3 of those.
Oh, no.
Anyway, so
I
there is
did
an
find an
arcade
arcade
somewhere. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. There
So
is
there's, like, very few people-
looking.
Right. They're all over in the food court for the most part, or they're like in some other
Wet
store. not
Raven,
eating.
would you like to be top again?
Definitely. The question is, should I be rolling anything to get shinies that are the most useful shinies?
Okay, we can do
Is that
that.
know-how?
I think the
Is
ones
that
that are a
know-how?
separate color from all the others are the best ones. So all those ones that look coppery, those are the ones you should focus on.
Yeah.
I would say roll know-how.
Yeah, knowledge,
Okay, what's
know-how.
my-
Yeah, that.
I got 1.
Okay, so I'll roll 1 dice as well, and we'll see how this goes.
Woo!
I got a
the
2.
good die.
What'd
a
you get?
6.
Okay,
A 6. I got a 6.
okay. So you succeed.
Get the
So I
big
would say,
ones.
so
The biggest shinies
I
and the
would
best
say
shinies.
of the coins that Envy got, 2/3 of them are valuable coins and not pennies.
Okay.
And a gumball.
Because
gumball.
2 is 1/3 of 6. That's my logic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Okay,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
that totally makes sense. Okay. All right, so do you figure you have enough to buy some food, or do you want to go for more?
Wait, this coin says
probably-
it's from the 1700s. It's way too old to be useful.
Probably I don't know. I feel like a 6 might be filling the bag is the other issue.
Oh, well, that's possible.
What's the bag
That's
made out
possible.
of? Paper or plastic?
It's plastic, and it has like
Plastic.
the little thing that you can like press together to not let the contents fall out. It's like a little jewelry bag. It's see-through.
Oh.
The last time I bought jewelry, it didn't come in a bag like that.
Oh, I was thinking like Claire's boutique kind of thing, you know?
I have never purchased jewelry from Claire's in my life.
I'm sure you haven't. Yeah.
Well, I was married for 15 years. It could have come up, but
Yeah.
it did not.
Yeah. It's just one of those little bags, you know? That's all it is.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
As long as somebody does.
Let's see if
I just wanted to make sure that the bag wouldn't just fall apart because we were putting wet coins in it.
No, it's probably sufficient for that.
Beth buys new earrings at Claire's like every week. Sorry, just teasing.
Here, I'll
Okay.
picture show crash.
Oh, yeah.
Those little things, right?
Let me look at it too. Yeah, that.
Oh, those
exactly.
things.
Yeah, those things. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
I know what that is. All right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's not what I was expecting it to look like. But
Oh
I
no,
know
just like
exactly
this
what that
little.
is
Yeah.
I
that's
know
what I was
exactly
thinking.
what those. Yeah, I've never shopped at Claire's either. But I
have.
know exactly what those bags are because they're what I get when I shop online for screws and nuts.
Oh, hey. Useful. Yeah.
It's a little
now.
tiny
So why do
Ziploc.
you get almonds from the
plastic
same
bag.
place you buy hardware stuff from?
Listen, they have the best nuts,
I am not making.
and it's all
the-
tree
the-
nuts.
There you go.
Something
Speaking of
for
that,
dogs.
there is a place in Chicago that sells different kinds of nuts and popcorn and things like that. And if you go to Chicago, people want to typically go there and buy some of the food. And it's called Nuts on Clark because it's on Clark Street.
Oh, I know that place. I've never
yeah.
been there, but I know
I
of it.
have. Yeah, I've been there a couple times. And if you go outside with a bag, you'll get like a big paper bag with like a sort of a cellophane bag with popcorn in it. And if you go outside, the pigeons will follow you.
Bringing it back around, the mall that I lived near when I was a kid had a shop near the entrance called Nutcracker Sweet, SWEET,
Oh, cute.
that sold candy and prepared nuts.
You're making
And,
me hungry, Ellie.
Oh no, I have
Okay,
committed
so-
a crime.
So we need another side trip because
Okay.
we need to find a place that sells nuts because I'm playing a chipmunk.
Oh, well. Okay, sure.
Actually,
So,
no, that's
let's
a
go.
joke. That's a
Okay,
joke.
just, hey, I was, so far everything's kind of everywhere, so I just figured, all right, if you
Yes.
want
Yeah.
to do that.
Let's go
actually-
back to the bathroom and swap.
All right.
And
Okay.
while we're
Oh,
doing
I don't
that-
think we. I'm trying to make sure that we don't need to go back to the bathroom and swap. I've been keeping a lookout,
Okay.
Ooh.
You,
so we can
The
just go
suburb
shuka
is
shuka
different.
shuka.
Ow! Ah!
But we have been playing for about an hour.
You want to take a break?
I'll pause the recording.
Okay.
okay, I have to
Alrighty.
push the button.
Yes.
I have
ready.
pressed the shiny button.
You have pressed the shiny
It
button.
is not shiny like the shinies you have handed me in a bag.
Shiny.
Right, right. Okay, so have you all switched positioning, or are you about to switch positioning?
I have the claw marks on my little cheeks to prove it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, so we're back to the octopus at the feet and the raven at the head. I will fix that right now. That's, I think, where we started. So, okay, that's fine.
Yep.
Easy to
And I've
do.
got mid.
You've got mid, yes. Yeah, okay. Got that. So you're by the fountain. You have switched back to your original formation of characters with the raven at the top and the chipmunk in the middle, doing the arms, and the octopus at the bottom. What's next?
Next,
Food court, sushi.
Food court.
food court.
Okay.
I thought we
Gonna
had
try
to
and
get a
get-
pretzel.
Well, whatever you want to get, really. It's just an idea. Pretzel's fine if you want to go for that. Whatever.
Chipmunk can eat rice and sushi.
It's true, chipmunks are not actually obligate vegetarians, and they will, in fact, eat eggs and baby birds.
Is rice not vegetarian?
Is rice not vegetarian?
Well, I mean,
Depends on how you cook it.
of course. Yeah, the chipmunk
If
could
it's
probably
if
eat
it's
more.
shrimp fried or pork fried or chicken fried.
Or whatever, yeah.
No, if it's got meat when you fry it, then nope, it's not vegetarian.
Right. But if the chipmunk is not
Sushi
necessarily
fried?
vegetarian, sushi fried,
Some deep
Sometimes.
fried sushi might exist.
possibly.
It's the best of sushis cooked.
Okay.
We must find escalator to food court.
I thought the thing
Food
was all
court's on the
one
same
level.
floor. Yeah, the only
Yes,
escalators
people
are
can see-
inside the big shops
Yeah, and
because they
and,
have
all,
a second
and,
floor. Yeah.
and the GM already said that people can watch the fountain from the food court, so we are clearly within eyesight of the food court.
Yes.
Well,
All
you
right.
are. You're the head.
So that's right. And we'll direct people by careful wing movements and shifting of the body to go to the food court and look around under the hat for the ever present, delightful, whatever, hopefully sushi or at least something
So-
with fish.
I
Okay.
assume I have 2 tentacles around the raven's wings. Mm-hmm. 1 tentacle up next to the raven's head to communicate. 1 tentacle up to the chipmunk's head to communicate. And 4 tentacles moving us.
Sure.
And
Probably.
I'm trying to split them 2 and 2 so that it looks like we're like
2
taking
feet.
steps.
Yeah, 2 feet's going. Okay, sure. I think yeah, if you've been doing this the whole time, no one's noticed, so.
It's a nice long.
My coordination is my highest stat, so
Okay.
Good.
What is this thing here? Oh my, yeah.
Octodad.
that is Octodad.
That
which
is
I mentioned at the
Octodad.
very beginning.
Okay, that's what that is.
Concerning.
All right, sure. There he goes. Oh, weird. Okay, yeah, that's an octopus. All right. Okay,
This is
so
the
The weirdest part of that game is that he's got kids and nobody seems to notice.
A
Wow.
wife and kids.
interesting.
They're probably adopted.
They could be adopted kids. Yes.
Well, what does it matter if his wife's adopted? That's fine.
Okay. So you are entering the food court, and now you need to figure out which of the multitude of foods is the one that you're going to aim towards. Because they're going to have, like, there's a pizza, one with pizza and stuff like that. There's one that's got, like, gyros and things like that. There's a burger joint kind of thing, not a McDonald's, just here's, they make burgers and fries. There's probably a sushi place in there somewhere, and there could be other things that you just haven't looked at yet.
It does not have to be
Hey, B.
sushi. Do they have
Maybe
fish at all?
anchovies on pizza.
Oh, they do
Anchovies.
have a Long John Silver's in there as well, but it's fried.
Oh, the Holy Grail.
Chicken planks.
They have that too there. Uh-huh.
And
So if you
Mr.
want, you
Pibb.
can try to make your way across the food court. Most of the people there are just focusing on their food and whoever they're sitting with and having conversations. But there might be a line wherever you're going to go. If you pick whichever one, there's going to be a line at this point.
Hey, pizza with anchovy fish.
I can eat anchovy.
Pizza with anchovy and what you want? What you want, Eni?
Can I get walnuts as a topping?
Dunno. Can ask. Second choice?
So imagine, if you will, we have a half-hour discussion about what toppings we can all agree on. And at the end, after half an hour of finally coming to some kind of conclusion, I say, I'll just eat whatever.
Okay.
Thus negating the entire conversation.
So if
We're
it's
gonna-
half an hour, you're
we're
now at
gonna
like
edit that in
1:30.
post.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. It's like half
Okay.
an hour later if you've done it. You're at 1:30.
The pizza
now.
has stuff that just about everybody can eat if we can get anchovies on it. Therefore, the head is doing an executive decision of pizza
Okay. So you have
with
to walk over there.
anchovies.
We would like anchovies
Walnuts if they
on
have 'em.
just 1/3 of it, but on every other slice.
No,
Oh no. I mean, you could ask, but
And all the heads
They're
need
not
to be
gonna do it.
facing the same direction. We're quite particular about this.
right. Okay, so you get a line, and since it took you half an hour to decide on all the toppings, the line is shorter than it was before, and so you just pop in line and wait for your turn. There's 4 people ahead of you,
whistling quietly.
and it's
A
moving
nice
pretty
little-
fast overall.
Shuffle, shuffle,
Shuffle,
shuffle,
shuffle.
shuffle.
At the front of the line, when you get to like the counter part, where like all the food's behind the little plastic case or glass cases and stuff, and there's a person at a register, and in front of the person at a register there is, or right next to where you're at, there's a stack of trays.
Hello.
The best part is that came from the feet.
Yes.
Yes.
It's pretty noisy though, all over the food court, so the worker doesn't seem to really care where that came from.
But we're at the front of the line now, because if you say
Yeah, it's
hello
front
like
line.
that, you're clearly using Infinidagger.
Oh, that is-
Infinidagger.
No.
And there's very few people, like I think there's only 2 of us in this game that get that joke. And
yeah, I
that's
don't know
okay.
what that is. Yeah.
Me either.
Okay. All right. So if you are at the front of the
Get
line
them-
now, you need to pick up
the
the tray.
money. Eni, need tray. Put the money on the tray.
Can I do that with a 3? Because that one is still there.
That one is still there.
So stubborn.
That's true.
Which skill did you roll it for?
Well, anytime you're asking me to do a
Or
thing
stats or whatever.
with my little arms, I'm assuming it's coordination.
Coordination? Okay, so that's, you have 2, 3. You have a 3. No, that's the wrong one. You have a 2 in coordination. Okay, so I'm going to roll 2. I got 2 5s.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Failed
sorry.
by over 5.
Yeah.
I attempt to pick up
Uh-oh.
the tray. I try so hard. I don't get very far. And in the end, that's what really mattered.
Are there trays all over the floor?
Depends
I
on
may
how
have, in
many
fact,
you picked
tried-
up.
I may have, in fact, tried to pick up a tray that wasn't on top.
Oh, okay.
I blame the fact that the trays were all put out after they'd just been washed. So
Stuck
all
together.
that steam and water was
And this train is
sealing
wet,
them
and
together.
this tray is wet, and
Yes.
this tray
And
is
this
wet,
tray is
and this
wet,
tray is
and
wet.
this tray
Is
is
this mall in
wet.
the rainforest?
I
Okay,
will try
so-
to help.
Okay, you can try to help. So coordination.
I couldn't pick it up with my hands, so clearly I must use my feet.
I see the one is multiplying.
I see. Yes.
That's still an
okay,
8.
I have a 7, so you are ahead of me. So you have succeeded. I think. Is that how that works? I think so.
We will ride the tray to its destination because the feet are capable of picking it up.
So you have a tray, and it's got
Tray
like.
probably has to go on the little roller thing.
Yeah, it's in front of this particular you are at the pizza place, right? Okay, so in front of this one there's like a sort of like a little metal counter that you can like slide your tray across as they hand you things, but you're going to have to pay first, obviously.
Just hand them the whole thing. Just hand them a bag of money. We're gonna buy as much as the money lets us buy. We give them shinies, they give us the food.
Rubles. I give you rubles. I mean coins.
I'm watching that gif and I'm just like, okay.
Do not mess with the oops.
Do not mess with
That-
the guy twirling a tray on his finger.
Mm-hmm.
Because unless you are a skilled skateboard rider,
Yep.
Impressive.
which I am not because I referred to it as skateboard riding.
Yeah.
That GIF is almost exactly 11 years old.
Wow.
Oh yeah, 7/12/2011.
Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And that,
See if it,
and that GIF was made by pointing a camera at a screen.
it's.
I
sort
hate
of-
it now.
Okay, so you have a tray. You put it on the little area where you're going to be pushing the tray down as you get food. And I think the last thing was to get the coins onto the tray.
Put the money so we can pay. Trade shinies, get food. That's how it works.
Put the money in the tray and we get the food again.
Money to humans.
That one
Okay.
is still there.
It is still there. It is haunting you. Okay,
How about
so
that
you,
rolls that didn't have a one in them?
Dice jail.
okay, which stat was this one? Was it
Anytime you're asking me
Coordinate.
to move anything around, I'm using
Coordination.
coordination unless told otherwise.
okay, that's fine. So you have 2 dice in that, and I have an 8. Just 2 4s. Sorry.
I drop the bag on the I drop it but not onto the tray. I drop it next to the tray, but it's on those 3 rail things that they have.
Yeah.
So
That-
it goes right down, and now the money's next to the octopus. It's like, hey, could you get that again?
The kid behind the counter who's like 15 is like just putting their face in their hands like, okay, come on. You know?
Sorry. Klutz. Sorry. Klutz,
Okay.
klutz.
Yeah,
Sorry.
got that. Klutz, sure. Great.
Sorry. Peer around.
Clearly, this homeless Muppet has come in off the street just looking for a bite to eat.
But a homeless Muppet is still a totally real, obviously real human.
Well, yes, it's a human Muppet.
Yes.
Although you're
Yes.
a racist,
Yeah, I think
so
we're-
we're just a very badly made.
I think we're at a
family
7
member.
right now.
I think we're at a 7 right now, yeah, because a couple of
Yeah.
things have failed. So you're at a 7.
Neat.
So it's still plausible that you are human. But you probably don't want to go down much farther with that.
Beat. Pass the money up. Money.
So right now,
Chinese.
this kid can hear you and thinks that you just have some kind of a speech disorder or something. It's like whatever.
I am still thinking of the Pixies from Discworld. Where every now and then they had to dress up as a human, and the leader, whose name escapes me at the moment, would have an argument with Denise.
That sounds about right.
Oh.
Anyways, Eni
Threatening to go
either
down and
needs
get them.
to, yeah. So either Eni needs to get stuff up. Oh, whoa, nice. Eni,
That's got to be a
reach out.
success.
Yeah.
Let's see what I
I
roll.
decided that.
Finally.
Oh, I have a 6. You have beat me by over.
Well,
Oh, hey, we're up to
I hope so.
credibility
That's 2
8.
6.
Yeah, that's
So-
2 6s. So
So here's what I do.
Okay.
I have abandoned the use of the T-Rex grabber thingies because clearly the last 2 attempts were just not working. Not my fault. I'm looking at you, die that only has 1s on it. So I run down the octopus. We get a little
Okay.
shorter in the process, but we're bending down to pick up the coins, so that's semi-plausible.
Okay. They're probably still in the bag if it's still sealed.
Yeah.
Quick reach out underneath the trench coat, grab the bag of coins, climb back up, go down one of the sleeves
Okay.
after flopping the sleeve onto the tray.
Uh-huh.
So I do that when I'm at the shoulder. Then I climb down the sleeve. With my awesome roll, they don't notice the bulge coming down the otherwise empty sleeve. And just
Right.
push the money onto
Well,
the
it's gotta-
tray, then climb back up and take my position. We get taller again.
Okay. So with
If I only
that,
buy
I
about
figure you
4
go.
inches, I am a chipmunk.
Right.
Yes.
I figure you go back to an 8 for that because that was amazing. So with that roll and everything. Okay, so now you have a tray and you have a little plastic bag full of coins on the tray. And the kid asks, "Okay, what do you want?"
Pizza, anchovies.
It's with anchovies. He goes and like punches things into the interface on the cash register. Anything else?
Cup water.
Okay, sure. He gives you.
No ice.
He puts a plastic cup on the tray and kind of points you farther down the little counter thing where there is a drink dispenser.
Do they have Mr.
Different
Pibb?
things. You'll see. I don't know.
Because I don't like that Dr. Pepper knockoff stuff.
What?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then he's like waiting for the money, still on the tray. He's like trying to reach it, picks it up, shakes out all the coins. Let's roll to see how much you have in there. Okay.
Yes, let's hope we got enough. It was a 6. It was a 6 to get them. So
It was a 6 to
hopefully
get
we can-
them.
Hopefully we can
So-
get at least 1 slice.
Okay. So if it's 6, I'm gonna roll 6 dice and see how many that comes out to, and we'll sort it out from there. You know.
Okay.
Even if it's just
Okay.
one slice, we can pick all the anchovies off and feed them to...
Uh-huh. That's
And then
the
we
plan.
have the rest of it for the 2 of us.
Okay, so I've got a total of 18 coins. Now we got to figure out how many of them are like better coins, I think we were calling them.
Uh-huh. Yeah. 2/3 of them were the better coins.
2/3 of them are the better coins. So I'm thinking that's a quarter.
That could
So
be $1.
So if we've got 18 coins, then 6 are pennies, probably. Okay, six pennies, 4 dimes, 8 quarters.
okay,
So
that-
that's $2.44.
okay,
That won't buy
so
us a soda.
Let's hope this is an 80s. Let's really hope this is an 80s things and we
Oh,
can
it
get
better
a,
be an 80s movie.
Yeah.
yeah, it's probably is, you know. So if it's that's enough for a slice of pizza, and you've already been given a cup for water, which you asked for. So he's just gonna like scoop up all the coins, put them in the register, and say, "Okay, go that way, and you'll get a slice of pizza on the way, and then there's for your drink."
Thank you.
And he turned his head for the next one, like and.
Shuffle, shuffle,
Yeah.
shuffle, shuffle.
Okay.
Yep.
That just means we need to carry the tray over to the drink dispenser.
We could slide
We
it across the
will-
counter thing if you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's a
you
lot
can
less difficult.
either one. Yeah.
Like, I
Stick
could
your
just-
Actually,
Sorry?
I wonder if sticking the thing out is what's better for you, coordination or athletics?
For me, it's a tie.
Okay, because I was figuring that it basically what all you need to do is stick out one of your little dino grabbers to get the edge of the thing, and then we
And
just sort of
shove
shuffle
it across. That could
Oh,
work.
heck no. All
Yeah.
you need to do is climb down the sleeve again and just sit there in the lower half of the sleeve that's on the tray. And as you walk down, my weight pulls the tray along with this.
Oh,
Well,
that
that's
works.
true.
Sure.
Yeah, that
Problem
works.
Okay,
is,
yeah.
I then need to use the grippers in order to move the cup to get water into it.
Oh.
Well, we'll do that when we get to that problem.
And I think in general at these types of food courts, people do stop and get the drink. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Well, yeah, that was my assumption, but I'm saying I need to grab the cup, and I've canonically rolled very poorly on this.
Okay. That's true. Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, if you want to roll
well, once
to
we get the pizza, we can come back, right? We
I
can
think
come back.
we've got the
We
pizza
could
now.
take the tray.
yeah, someone hands you a
pizza.
slice of pizza on a plastic plate or little paper plate and
Thank
2
you.
napkins.
I
And
want-
oh, you
I
got a
want to
4.
be
Okay.
clear. I want to be clear.
Yes. Yes.
The one isn't there for the past 2 rolls.
That's
I
right.
Think it's finally gone and been arrested and placed in dice jail.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna roll and
But
see.
but it's
Oh,
probably
no.
going to post dice bail. and come
Yeah.
back.
Okay. So I rolled really high on this. So I have a 6 and a 5.
So
Ouch.
I'm going to argue that we successfully got water out of the dispenser.
Okay.
All
I'm
over
also
the
going
floor.
to argue that this is a good day to be an octopus.
All over the floor.
Oh no. You're saying you tipped the tray, or
I'm saying I might
you're saying
not
you
have
spilled
held
the water?
cup properly. It may or may not be upside down or sideways, but I did in fact manage to push that little lever thing that makes the water come out.
Okay. So some of the
Well-
water is on the ground or the octopus, possibly, depending
Yes.
on how you manage that. You can try again with the water if you want. No one's going to complain that you want water.
The water was for
All
the
of these
octopus,
places with unsalted water.
If we put the anchovies in the water, it'll be salted water real fast.
It will be, yes. Hmm.
Dead fish in water?
It's more likely than you suspect.
Have you seen the local rivers? We do live in a city.
At the end of the counter is extra napkins,
I
a
live in an
straw.
aquarium.
When you get to
You
the
should
end of
see
the
more
counter,
dead fish there than anywhere else.
if you get to the end of the counter. It's got a dispenser of napkins. It's got an extra cup in case you had like a kid with you and you're an adult or something. And it's got straws in paper wrappers and
Does it have
Salt
those tiny
and
little
pepper.
cups that you put ketchup and mustard and
yeah,
stuff
it's
in?
got ketchup and mustard, but that's, they do sell fries at this place, but you just asked for a pizza and that's the money you had. You got a slice
That's
of pizza.
all we had the money, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a
and-
Sbarro's?
Yes. Yep. And there's also, I lost my track of thought there. So it's got straws, napkins, little paper cups for the condiments, and I can't remember what else. Oh, salt and pepper. Little dispensers. The white one is a little plastic, sort of conical looking salt shaker, and then the pepper one is similar but dark.
Wait, this salt isn't kosher salt. That's it. We're not getting it.
So
Ask
that's
for our
what's
money back.
there. And
I
if
don't
you get
think
down
we
to
need
that part,
kosher-
you can choose whatever you want to do with that.
I think we should eat the pizza and consider the salt later if we are not drying out too much down there. And also apologize a lot for the water incident. Ellie?
I am here.
I passed the anchovies down.
Delicious fish.
Passing down all. Do you want the crust or do you want the bits of cheese on it most?
Yes.
Okay. Gonna have to like split that a bit. That's what a beak is for. We just sort of hunch over the food and can probably get like if we put our hat and our shoulders down, then maybe the raven and the chipmunk can sort of like eat together.
Oh,
Okay, are you doing
I've
this
already
where all
perfected
the-
the run down the sleeve trick?
Right. Are you doing this right there where like the napkins and stuff are, or have you found a seat?
No. We need to find a seat. We need to find a seat. We need to
Okay.
carry the tray over and find a seat.
Okay, so somebody's got to work out how to carry the tray. And somebody's got to look out and
That's-
find a seat.
Well, I have a
Okay.
9
There's got to be a
Okay.
for
and that's-
carrying trays.
For carrying trays. So is that athletics?
How hard a
did
task
you
do
manage-
you think it is?
It's coordination.
How did
Coordination.
you rolled 2d6? You got a 9, and yet you still managed to roll a 1.
What?
It's talent. You see, I talked about Will Wheaton in a previous episode.
All right. So it's 2d6. I have a 5, so you succeed.
Well, okay.
You have carried the tray somewhere.
To a table that is hopefully like a table no one else wants to be at anyway.
Okay, so there is a group of a combination now of the preteens and their older siblings who have moved a bunch of the tables together so they can, like, I don't know, share
all
food
together.
or something. Yeah, that kind of thing. And off to the side, next to a poster for the mall that slides and shows you different stores, is one little table with 2 chairs, and nobody's there. And it's
Take
far
that
enough
one.
away from where those kids are that you have some space.
Take that one.
Okay.
We take
Now you
that
gotta
one.
figure how to sit down and get the tray on the table.
Maybe if the octopus climbs onto the chair and then we all sort of just crouch down.
Okay.
Because I figure the octopus has been having to sort of like
Yeah,
make
that seems
its
reasonable.
mantle up. That sound.
That
does sound
seems
plausible?
reasonable.
Okay.
Sure. So, what are we going to call
Oh.
this?
Considering that the only part of an octopus that is like hard is its beak, so they can fit through any space that's large enough for a beak. Mm-hmm. You take the left arm. I'll take the right arm.
Okay.
All right, everybody
Oh, good
roll.
idea.
I guess it's coordination again.
And then the
Right?
head.
Yep.
Then the
Okay.
head, with no one supporting it, just flops down on.
Can I
no, I'll
use
support
my
the head.
inspiration?
Yes, but no one's supporting you.
Oh my gosh.
That's fine. I'll cling to the back of the chair.
Okay.
the front.
Gosh, I found where your 1 went.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I've rolled a 6, so you're both ahead of me. So you both succeed. We have a third one in there. don't we?
And Beth
Yeah, we
rolled
do.
a 6. So it's the edge case that the rules doesn't account for.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so you've succeeded.
This is why
and
people hire me.
yes, exactly.
This is a mixed success according to the Kobolds in Space rules. So somewhere
But that's
in
not this
space,
game.
somewhere in space, there's a kobold messily eating a pizza,
Yeah.
and then
Definitely.
realizing that it has mushrooms on it, which they didn't want because they have an allergy.
Oh no. Okay, so you're eating your pizza and you have a cup of water. I don't know how you're going to manage that exactly. Nobody seems to be looking at you because it's just a bunch of teens now over there being loud.
Well, mostly the water is so that we can pour it on the octopus later.
Oh, okay. Well, however you want to do that, it's up to you.
First, we will eat our pizza.
Okay, eat the pizza.
I use my stowaway ability to store most of it for later.
Sure. Why not?
Yes.
That,
Deal enough
that's
of the
a
crust.
kind of thing. Right.
Give me
Yeah, that
give me
works.
I need some.
Yeah.
I use my multitasking ability to eat more than 1 anchovy at once.
Okay. So I think you're back at like 9 credibility points based on the last series of rolls there. So
Thank goodness.
that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. So when you are all done with all of this, you have a couple of options. You can attempt to put the tray away on one of those like trash cans that has like a little flat space on top to put the trays there, and someone comes and sorts them. Or and you can dump whatever garbage is still left into the trash can, or you could just leave it on top, which many people do. And then you have to decide what you want to do after that. You'll have one more, whatever you choose, and that'll probably wind it up.
If we're a totally real
Suggest-
human in an 80s mall,
Yes,
wouldn't we just leave the tray on the table?
you could do that as well.
That's what I was
totally valid.
figuring.
Yeah,
That's a fair cop.
you could do that. Okay, so you leave the tray on the table.
I mean,
And we should
yes, we're
probably
3 animals in a trench coat, but humans are garbage.
Right. Yeah.
And then we should probably go and get our octopus back to their aquarium.
Okay, so you're leaving
the
them all?
octopus back to the aquarium.
Which way to
I
the
think-
inner city?
We must have gotten here somehow.
Sorry, not the inner city, the inner harbor.
Inner Harbor? Okay.
I'm specifically thinking of Baltimore
Oh, okay. Yeah.
because that's where the Baltimore
we-
Aquarium is.
We obviously
Yeah,
got here
that's fair.
somehow, so we should probably just retrace our steps.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
pretending to be a totally normal adult human.
Right.
Time to get a ticket for the light rail.
Wait,
Depends on
no,
where
we're
you're at.
walking the other way. Turn the rest of the trench coat around. Turn the rest of the trench coat around.
Oh no. All right. So I'm going to assume you have completed your task of get some food at the mall, basically. It ran around a bit, and this was kind of fun. So I'm going to
good.
say thank you to everybody that joined in today. That's Beth,
This
Cratch,
was
and
very
Ellie.
fun.
It was something
Yes.
goofy to do just for the heck of it, and I wanted to run this because I knew it would be silly and goofy and things like that.
Thank you
Yeah.
for running.
No problem. It was
Thank you.
something I've been wanting to do. And again, this is Totally Real Humans, which I got from an itch.io bundle, and it is a cooperative game by Chris Legg and MAD for 2 to 10 players and 1 GM. And that's the end of this one.
And
So, does
thank you,
anybody
Jen.
have anything to plug?
Oh my goodness.
Eos
probably
Mom Writes
do.
Books on smith-mccoy.com.
There you go. And I'm the host of the Shattered Soulstone podcast, which is about mostly the Diablo series of games, also whatever shenanigans are going on at Activision Blizzard and other stuff. You can find it at shatteredsoulstone.com, and new episodes come out every Saturday.
Speaking of Patreon,
But Jen doesn't have a Patreon.
No, I don't have a Patreon.
Crash.
Well, Cogwheel Gaming has a Patreon.
Yes.
You can go to aaronbsmith.com/cogwheel to see the Cogwheel Gaming stuff. Because while this recording will probably show up there, it's probably going to show up at Book of Jen before then.
Probably. Yeah.
Because of the backlog that I've got.
Right. Mhm.
Which is not a bad thing. But if you like the Cogwheel podcasts and you want to help that out and keep the lights on, you could subscribe to that, patreon.com/Cogwheel Gaming. And you could join other illustrious patrons, including Chris, Ellie, Eric, Mickey, Shen, Walter, and patron emeritus Cindy.
and speaking of me, I got nothing.
You have a cat.
That's right, you got a cat.
I do. I have a cat named Boo. He's a black cat. He likes sleeping near the window. And if you'd like to support him, well, maybe sometime in the future.
If you want to support him, then it's best if you're a shelf
Yeah.
Or a table.
or a keyboard.
And even then, sometimes he decides he wants to lean off you and then falls off.
Oh.
Because he's the most ridiculous cat I have ever seen.
Aww.
Well, Jen, thank you for giving us this second edition of your rapidly expanding expanded universe.
Yes. I now have
Yes.
a mall and a candy store somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have appreciated playing in the What the Hell is Happening expanded universe.
Yes, that's what it is.
I thought that was the Kobold game.
Oh, well, that could be it as well. That's true.
No. That's the What the Hell is Happening to These Kobolds expanded universe.
Okay.
Oh, I see. They are thematically different enough to have separate trademarks.
Yes.
I guess so. Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Bye, people.
Bye.
Bye.
Sleep well.
Unless you're on the way to work. In that case, stay awake.
Stay awake, stay awake, stay awake.
Right.
Car.
And now Crash is going to press some buttons.
Yes.
No, just one.
Just one.
Wrong button!
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's only broken a little bit. I just need to make a coordination roll. Where's that one again?